Discord. Testing.
No.
All right, that's good.
I gilded. I didn't even see you were in
Hey,
here. I
Rouge.
just woke up.
Set this to the Discord room. I'm going to make sure that I don't include the Firefox screen because you sent me a driver's license on there, and I was like, oh, we're gonna have to be careful when we're streaming. I may have to blank the screen a couple of times. So reading off your things here, if I'm okay to read off, actually, let's start with that Twitter message, shall we? Da, 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 da. Very top here. I should probably explain myself, lol. You might not have seen my earlier tweet because I was private when I sent it. I think I might have. I'm the person who made the Imgur album. Excellent! I'm really enjoyed watching your Andy video and your video who helped me recognize that there were quite a few flaws in the way that I put it together. Yeah, you know what? I've screwed up too. I was originally only meant for people in Andy's fan base who would have recognized this girl and would have known her age. I mean, we're bronies, or yeah, we're bronies, so that's sort of kinda. We're not exactly Mando people, which is why I didn't provide the evidence of her age in the album. I take issue. I definitely didn't expect this to blow up in the way that it did. Well, this is nothing. We're just getting the ball rolling. Um, Blow up the way that it did. I did take full responsibility for not giving the best delivery. I don't expect proof of age. I didn't explicitly proof of her age, which I'm sure will help out greatly. Okay, so here's the driver's license, which I will not put on screen. It's easier for me to just send it here. You go. This is her high school ID from 2018-19 with all the sensitive info censored, but I left in the picture to show that it's her and everything else, proving that she was in high school when talking to Andy and not in college. Okay. In the screenshots, did it specifically show Andy talking to her? Well, it shows 11th grade, right? Um, this is 11th grade, 2019.
Can I say something here though?
Yeah, by all means, Gilded.
Um, I know being in high school in 11th grade that normally means, oh, you're probably 16, 17, but I have seen people that are 18 at that point, so it's one of those things where
Um,
it's not very concrete.
um, no, I understand that too. We don't want to call anyone a dummy in failing a year, but that would be probably Mando's best counter argument that she may have botched a year.
Well, it's not just that. It's also that, like, depending on where your birthday is, you can be 18 and in high school.
Mm-hmm.
But the 11th is junior, right?
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
I don't think you
Yes.
can be 18 in junior. I was like senior maybe.
No,
Um,
no. You can be 18 in your junior year if in the later half of your junior year, depending on when your birthday falls.
okay, that's potentially possible. Um, do you have any way of? Let me make sure. Could you have perhaps included her birth date? Let's see. I guess I'll look back at the room here before reading off the message that you sent me. Duh.
When is the screenshots taken from? Because I would put her at 19 right now, or 18, I
Okay,
guess.
her birthday is September 26th, 2001. Um, Also, I believe Sheldon pointed out in the screenshots he should have lol stayed with Michelle. Yeah, I believe that was the meme that Mando Pony was wrapped up in Michelle Kraber before Black Griffin was. I took that as a the disparaging remark, more or less, back in the day, since I didn't have any proof, nor were there a bunch of pictures of the two hanging out together, much like Griffin, but who knows? We'll get there. Screenshots, yes. Andy started back in 2019. Yes. Um, so you're asserting April. Let me just do the math in my head. Okay, so yeah, April's definitely before Wait.
No,
Yes.
you're right.
Okay. Um, As for did he? Are we absolutely positive that that specifically was his Snapchat? I guess there's not too much. The best defense he could possibly have would have been maybe he's not too bright and he's sent his nudes around to other people who weren't minors. I guess? Question mark. I don't know. I don't. I've definitely, especially when you brought up who was it? Um, Pro Jared, who managed to wiggle his way to, I guess, what would be in public opinion, not guilty. He was able to provide screenshots later on that those two kids winded up lying, and it was more or less to try and impress like members of Game Grumps or whatever. Um, it's unlikely that people would go out of their way to frame someone if you know Spockter theory, for example, but it's not unheard of.
Well, that's not even necessarily framing someone. Like, it can be someone just, like, catfishing. Pretending to be someone they're not.
Yeah, and I don't mean to sound really harsh and like I don't believe what you're saying or what's going on. I'm just trying to,
Cover all bases.
yeah, because the tighter we can make this, the less they can wiggle out of it.
Okay, said they had a video and phone sex. Is there a recording of the? I do not. I'm not asking for anything illegal. I don't want any pictures. But do you have anything of Mando Pony talking in call? I could ask her. Okay.
Does she have his phone number? Because if so, I can do my thing and see who that's connected to.
I would imagine he would have changed it by now, but it's worth a peek.
Yeah.
No, but he has had her address and he shared it with me. You mentioned that you had talk idiot. You had experienced or dealt with Mando Pony, correct? But you didn't show any of that in the video. Was there a reason why not? There was some weird stuff, but I didn't feel relevant to that specific album. You did keep bringing up your past experiences with him as examples, but then didn't show the examples. You kept teasing it as, well, not necessarily, maybe not an expert opinion, but like, hey, look, based off of what I've had. And I'm like going, well, I mean, if you don't have it, that's one thing, but if you do have it and you don't show it, that looks suspicious, if you know what I'm saying. He did once say that he was flattered by underage people getting thirsty over him. I mean, if he doesn't act on it, that's no creepier than Rarity.
Yeah.
I still have all our logs. Well, if you've got anything particularly juicy, and if it's cropped, I'll probably ask to see like the full page so I can get full context. I have to eat, and absolutely, yeah. At the end of the day, I'm more interested in if he acted on anything. Let me know what you want to see and just message me. Well, if you have to go now, I guess this wasn't going to be all that long. Let me go back to what you messaged me to read this off here. Stream room below. Hey man, thanks again for the questions. Inform you. Andy was sexting a 15-year-old girl and claims that Andy had full knowledge of her age and called her mature for her age. That is something that we want, but unfortunately she doesn't have the specific conversation saved because Andy covered her coerced her into deleting most of the conversation. Yes, that would be a home run slam dunk of every touchdown. There's some stuff saved that she gave me full details of what happened, and you're interested in let me know. So yeah, a 30-year-old creeping on a 15-year-old. I would love that. That'd be fantastic. Are you still here?
They haven't left the call.
Okay. If the girl would also like to come forward and just text, we could do that as well. No, the only time where 15 would be well, no, actually that wouldn't even work because they received nudes. Well, some states have Romeo and Juliet laws, and if it would have been two 15-year-olds, I'd probably give them a hard time. Like, hey, look, what you're doing's illegal. Stop that shit. Yeah, certainly. But unfortunately, in Mando's case,
He was 30. Doesn't work that way.
yeah, he was, and not to like Mando. You're a musician with a dedicated fan base. I don't find you can't even pull like the sad, pathetic pedophile. I couldn't get a girl. Yeah, you could. You totally could have. You have legions of girls. I'm sure at least. No, okay, she left. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, we've got a to be continued on this one. I'm gonna hit stop here, and